YouTube, check it out. We got Ultra Redemption's engine all back together and sitting back in the sled. Oh, is that thing looking gorgeous. Man, I had a nice, good day on Friday. Got the engine all put together on Friday and sitting back in the chassis. This part just showed up from Dave Dobrisky. If you need to buy a used part, get it from Dave. Look at this thing. It looks brand new. Yeah, unbelievable. I opened up the box and I was in awe. There's never a disappointment when I get a part from Dave. Check him out on Facebook, guys. If you need a used part for your sled, this is who I'd recommend, because this is what's going to show up in the mail right there. It's going to look brand new. How can you be disappointed with such a part? Trenton's over here working on Project RXL. He's getting his track. He's getting his 136 track back in. He's bolting things back together. It was quite the struggle fest for him earlier today. He had to sit down and calm down for a little while and think about what he had going on. But things are finally going together for him. He's got chain case all back in over here. He's going to run a 2037 gear in here. I think that gets him right about the 1.82 gear ratio, I believe, is what I figured out on the gearing chart. So this thing's still got the EFI on it. This is a fun sled. 1994 RXL EFI. Key at these things, key at these sleds, guys. Battery, battery, battery. Put a battery maintainer on it and just put a new battery in every year. Or if it's still working good for you, put it in every other year. But keep a battery maintainer on it. That way your battery's always in good shape. This is something else he added last year too. Add this little digital volt gauge on here just so you could see that it was charging the battery and stuff. So just a little tip on the RXLs, guys. Little volt gauge, battery, and just get a battery maintainer on it. This thing's always plugged into the wall when it's not being ridden, and it's a good sled. You pull it one time to kind of set the computer system, and then within the second or third pull, it's running. I mean, these are old technology in that brain box right there, but this sled this is kind of a backup rider to his Storm. But it's a fun sled. It's not perfect. It's got the hood's starting to fade out and stuff on it, but this is 94 RXL. These are pretty cool sleds. This was my favorite year, the graphics and the colors. I just love the color of these hoods here, but he put some new skis on it. Well, they're used skis, but new to this sled. Last year, we dug it out of a field, bought it from a guy, dug it out of a field, got it running, and we rode it for a year just to kind of prove itself. Trenton said it had to prove itself before he put any money into it. And it seemed to be okay. Good thing. Here, let me grab his drivers here. He was a ride away from being hooked to a tow strap. Here's his bearing on his drivers. Gone. No bearing left. Kind of an indication why the speedo wasn't working is right here. Your speedo quits working, you might want to investigate into it. But this is his lower bearing. We had extra drivers around here. He went and grabbed one off the shelf, but he did put new bearings. He put new bearings on everything when he put this together. New bearings in the chain case, new bearings in the jack shaft, new bearing on the driver down below. You're into it this far, don't cheap out. Just go ahead and put all new bearings everywhere. Don't just replace one. If one's going bad, the other ones ain't too far behind. So you might as well just put the bearings in. You're already there. It doesn't cost that much. Do the maintenance, then they go and go and go. So, but yeah, Trenton got all of his powder coat stuff back for Norge. Here's his dash. Got this from Shane Jackson. Another guy to check out on Facebook, Shane Jackson, right here, guys. Makes these beautiful dash plates. You'll engrave whatever you want them. It says Norge in here. I don't want to wipe, there's shop dust on here. I don't want to wipe it off because I might scratch and I don't want to risk that. But it says Norge in his dash plate. These things are just awesome on a sunny day. They really dress up a sled, and Shane's real reasonable on these things. And it's quick turnaround too. If you want one custom engraved for whatever your sled, if you call your sled a certain name, he'll do it for you. Not much extra charge. He doesn't charge any extra for the name. Not at all. So, I mean, I don't know why I was even add extra charge. There isn't. But Shane Jackson, great guy. Check him out on Facebook. Trenton's wrenching away. I don't have a lot. I just wanted to show you that I got the engine together on Norge. Here's some more powder coating stuff Trenton got done. Race coatings. Wyoming, Minnesota, race coatings. And I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, but I'm not sponsored by any of these names I put out. I only put these names out because I want people, if you want a good deal and be treated fairly, I'm just passing on names of people I deal with. But I wish I was sponsored. I wish people were sending me free stuff all the time. That'd be great. I'd be able to build all kinds of crazy stuff. But no, all this comes out of our pocket. You know, Trent and I don't mind spending a few bucks to make our sleds look pretty and entertain you guys somehow, I hope, you know. But these are all powder coated by Race Coatings, and then Trenton bought decals for it. I think he bought them off eBay, and he just put his decals on last night. Really looks sharp with the new decals. With the powder coating, they powder coated all of his parts. But with all the powder coating and the fresh decals, God, those things just look awesome. He had side bumpers powder coated white and his front and rear bumpers powder coated white. Things are coming along on Project Norge. Yeah, we'll start going forward on that thing. Let me walk you over and you gotta check out his engine. It's just, the engine looks beautiful. And the guy over at Race Coatings, he even took it a little extra step on his engine. He said, I didn't charge for this part, but if this piece was going on my sled, he said I'd want it like this. He said Trenton didn't tell me he wanted this, but I hope he's okay with it. But he said I think he would have wanted this if he would have known about it. But so the guy's over at Race Coating. He did this free of charge. I tell you, that talk about bring it to another level. Just he stepped his game up by just doing this for us, and it looks just awesome. Check it out on the top, right on the water cover, on the water manifold here. This is two colors of powder coat on here. You got the purple on here, then he did the white, the Polaris 800 on there. You know, some shops might have not have done that. They would have just done it purple, you know. He stepped it up. I thought that was a pretty sweet deal he did there for Trenton. But look at the purple on here with all of his polishing he's done on here. Oh, this engine's just going to look gorgeous when it's back in the sled. Can't wait to get this thing in there. We're just kind of plugging away. He put all new studs in. And these were those Granger studs. If anybody really needs to know, but we got them from Granger. But here's what you end up with, because they're just a sliver shorter than the stock studs. But look, we got a couple threads sticking out the top of the nut, which I'm fine with. These are flush back here. But as long as you got at least 3 threads into your nut, you're at full torque anyways. But we got a thread sticking up here and about 3 threads sticking up there. But these are the studs that we got from Granger with the nuts. So he's all good up there again. Yeah, that motor's pretty much done. That's going to get back into the chassis here quick. But I'll show you what the chassis is looking like. This is a grim deal. We started on this yesterday, and I said I was going to do a video on how to drill out. I've done them in the past on how to drill these out. I was sitting in my chair on Friday night drilling that out, and I was off center a little bit of the bolt, and it just went bad. Everything went bad. So now I think we're going to attempt to get in here and cut this out. We're going to get the belly pan loose. We already started getting it loose here, but we're going to get this loosened up, get the belly pan out of the way. We're going to get in there with a cutoff wheel, cut the old mount out of here. See it back there. We're going to cut the mount out, weld a new one in. Yeah, that went from about a 20-minute repair into a couple-hour repair in a heartbeat. So, whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes you got easy repairs. Sometimes you got a nightmare of a repair. There's a nightmare, but we're not going to run from it. You know, it just comes with it. You know, what do you do? Can't pick and choose your repairs. Got a shitty one like that? Well, that's what you got to do. You got to step up and do it. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been a couple days of thrashing all year. We were driving around picking up other sleds yesterday too, and some parts and stuff. So we didn't get a ton done in here yesterday. Not as much as I was hoping to, but today we're kind of making up for yesterday. But then we gotta go jump in this thing yet here and go pick up our Christmas tree yet today. So it's our tradition is to go get the tree in Ratfish. Because this old girl, I can just throw the tree right on the roof and wrap a strap around it. That's fun to go get the Christmas tree in that thing. And all the people at the Christmas yard love it too. So, all right, guys, we'll do more videos this week. We'll start getting more things together. I wanted to show that part I got from Dave before I went and put my recoil on there. I just, like I said, I just got it today. It's Sunday. It just showed up today in the mail, and I opened up the box, and I was kind of like, wow! I couldn't believe it. That's nice. That's a nice part. So, thanks, guys. Stay tuned.